Hello YouTube, this is Mars Gaming and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be going over a strategy guide for hand cannons as an entity. But first, my opinion, I feel hand cannons are they're in an okay spot. Hand cannons could be a lot better. The accuracy and the in-air accuracy needs a little bit of work, but they're not too bad. They can actually compete with most auto rifles if you know when to use them and if you use cover effectively. You can't be out in the open with hand cannons in this meta. It's not a good look. You will probably die almost every time. But that's not a huge takeaway from hand cannons. Hand cannons are actually quite good if you practice. Me personally, 100 shots a day and you'll be okay. That's my motto. But besides that, let's get into the strategy portion. For one, you need a more passive aggressive play style, which means you need to focus more on positioning and cover, but you also need to be engaged but not committed. What I mean by this is you need to actively seek out the potential targets as well as having the ability to disengage and escape if need be. That option needs to be in mind at all times. Also, you need to understand the type of cover you're in. Focus on high walls if you have high walls around you or if you have low walls around you. Try to use your vertical spacing. Vertical space is very important because you have the option of shooting from the air. Most weapons aren't as accurate from air like hand cannons and auto rifles are. So you need to utilize that. Plus, it makes you unpredictable. Unpredictability is your best thing possible. Next, knowing when and when not to engage. You need to know what you, okay. The next topic I want to hit on is knowing when and when not to engage. You need to know what you're up against. Focus on the area of cover around you, how many enemies are near you, and do you have the ability to take them out quickly. These are majority of the things that will factor into you surviving and getting the kill. Because survival is the highest priority. The kill is not. Survival is the highest priority. You want to get kills, but you want to survive at the same time. For one, if you're going up against a team that likes to sit back, you need to rely more on your team rather than trying to take them all on at once. There's no point in you trying to push up at them with a hand cannon and they're still at least a good 15 to 20 meters away from you and they're just hosing you down, especially if your team's not with you. And the way that spawns are designed now, spawns flip very easily. On a majority of the longer maps, spawns flip almost immediately, as well as split spawning. Split spawning, you're almost never around your teammates, so there's no purpose in running back out there. If you know your teammate is in a bad position and they're going to die in the next few seconds, you need to stand where you are so you can anchor. Anchoring is going to be the most important thing. Now, going back on topic towards this. Don't push. Don't ever push unless you absolutely know you can finish them off. Never push. It is pointless. You will lose the gunfight every time. You can't allow yourself to push at poor times it's just not going to work. If your opponents have made themselves very cozy in their spawn, it's not going to work. Don't let yourself fall into the...
Again, you'd think they'd know better by now.
Sloan, making this hard for me. Don't allow yourself to fall in the habit of pushing on everyone, because in the end it won't work. The majority of teams are going to sit back, especially in the game modes like Clash and Supremacy. The other game modes, not so much. You can if they control the map, but primarily no. Next, I want to talk about not losing focus and not playing into the hands of your opponents. That's the biggest issue that most players come across. They allow their emotions to get in between them and their goal, which is primarily winning the match. If you want to win more matches, you need to control your emotions. Tilt is always going to be there. You have to accept that tilt is always there. People are going to do things that you don't like, especially sitting back and not playing aggressive. I understand it's not a very fun tactic, but it can be worked around if you focus as a team and work together. Not to mention, you can utilize your utility better from sitting back and dealing with your opponents together. What I mean by this, by utilizing your teammates, there's still TeamSpeak you can use. Not a lot of people use it. I myself just started using it, and it works wonders, especially if people actually listen to what you have to say. TeamSpeak is going to be one of the more important things in this game that most people do not utilize. One of the larger YouTubers, Kami Cakes, he's gone over this. And once you actually, I didn't believe it at first, but when you start using TeamSpeak, it helps like a lot. You can set up plays and position much better this way. Good job, guys. There's another one coming. There's another one coming. I got your back. There's another one coming. There's another one linking around in the shadows.
1 minute. Still dead even. You can do this.
Ooh, another super wasted.
Finish this. Together, nothing can stop you.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, guys. There's two on the right and two on our left.
30 seconds.
Team shot him. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Play smart, guys. Play smart.
Undeniable.
Good job, guys. GG.
You have Ikora's instinct.
Good shit, guys. Good shit. Next, I wanted to go over the gear and the weapons to pair your hand cannon with. Personally, I prefer. I usually, if I'm going a lighter impact of hand cannon, I prefer a higher impact pulse rifle or a higher impact auto rifle. The 450 archetype for pulse rifles is good. They're pretty fast. I like them. I especially like the Nightshade if I'm running something like the Minuet 42 or the annual Skate hand cannons. I will definitely run the Nightshade. It's always the best option. It's always the best option if you run a hand cannon. Run something that is very consistent. No matter if it's an auto rifle or anything else. You need something that can help you finish people off at all ranges. For my kit, I prefer to have higher handling, or if I can get the highest possible handling on my weapons, I'll do that. I like having long range weapons. I like having long range hand cannons. But if I can increase the handling speed as well as keeping some of the range, I don't really need stability too much. It's mainly range and handling for me. That's what I prefer. But if I can't get a whole lot of reload speed, I'll definitely run double kinetic reloaders or double energy reloaders if you can get them. Those are always good to have. Well, I hope you enjoyed the strategy. I will be adding on to this in the future. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video and have a fantastic day.